Thank you, Mimi. Now, tomato prices in Kenya have skyrocketed in recent weeks, with some parts of the country paying up to 7 times more for what's a basic staple for many households. It's down to diseases such as tomato blight, which have been exacerbated by the heavy rains that hit the region at the end of last year. Mercy Juma reports from Laikipia County in the Rift Valley, the center of Kenya's tomato production.
Spreading from one crop to the next and one farm to the other, the tomato blight, a fungal disease that strikes tomatoes and is made worse by wet, rainy weather, has become a great pain to tomato farmers across East Africa.
I woke up one morning, go to the farm, and bang, about 70% of the crop is done. I've put my investment there. I was almost going to the market. So you can imagine losing that, all of that in one night.
Laikipia County is the core of tomato farming in Kenya. Unexpected rains towards the end of last year, which have continued into February, have seen very little fruit, if at all, make it out of the farms into the market. Thousands of kilograms of tomatoes lie in waste in the farms, unfit for consumption. This is an expansive tomato farm. There are thousands of tomato trees planted here, but almost every single fruit is black and rotten. This is how they look like. And they do smell pretty bad. In major cities like Nairobi and Mombasa, the economic repercussions are enormous. A few weeks ago, one tomato was about 5 US cents in Nairobi. Today, that same tomato sells for around 25 to 35 US cents.
As a result of global warming, we are beginning to see more extreme temperatures in the region, like the floods that were experienced during the October to December rains. So the resulting of the flood is that plants like tomatoes that do not like a lot of water end up being a casualty. So when farmers spray the plants every other day and it rains every other day, then the pesticides do not take.
Rotating crops as often as possible, using fungicides, as well as removing all plant remains at the end of the growing season are some key measures to keep tomato blight at bay. So far, uninfected neighboring farms have decided to risk a bad harvest and plant the tomatoes. Meanwhile, the Kenya Meteorological Department is predicting more rainfall at above average rates over the next few months. If this does happen, cooking with tomatoes will become a luxury for many people in East Africa. Mercy Juma, BBC News, Laikipia.